was very flattered to be asked. And I thought, what fun. And it would be fun to see Ken and have a laugh again. And I was intrigued to tackle this icon. But then I very quickly worked out this isn't going to be such easy fun.
Ella, I almost forgot. Remember, the magic will only last so long. With the last echo of the last bell, at the last stroke of midnight, the spell will be broken, and all will return to what it was before.
Midnight.
She could have been played in so many different ways, and Ken immediately said, well, we don't want to do the cartoon in 3D version, you know, who's sort of round and about age 60 and sings the song, basically. I do the whole thing singing, or she did. So it was fun to come up with reasons that I would actually believe myself as to why, thinking behind all the things that she does, because she does, for some reason, choose a pumpkin to make into a carriage. I mean, she's there to get her. So she has to do transport, dress. She's a designer in a way, a transformer, a fix-it, a person who makes everything better. Huge amount of pressure on her and very, very short amount of time. Plus the biggest thing, which the whole story rests on, is the magic doesn't last very long. It only finishes at 12. So I thought, well, maybe actually that's part of her own inadequacy. Maybe, you know, if she has a bit of a complex. Basically, I played her with a bit of an inferiority complex and a very insecure, imperfect person. I'm always a great believer in imperfection, and perfection can be overrated, and that we should embrace the imperfection. And there's a phrase that I love, which was sort of came in use with her, which was, if you stumble, you make it part of the dance. And for some reason, probably totally illogical and irrational, that became my mantra for the whole shoot. And I certainly did stumble, because that dress was an assault course in itself.
Off you go then.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Goosey, go!
Yeah, I suppose I wanted to humanize her. I didn't want her to be somebody who knew necessarily what she was going to do. And I also thought it would be fun, or not fun, but when you look at all these things that have become, you know, classical facts, you know, the pumpkin, the slipper that's glass, you go like, how would you logically arrive at glass when in fact it's the most impractical and most stupid medium to use to make a shoe out of? So I thought, well, maybe it's an accident. So that's where I arrived at this inefficiency idea. But shoes are actually the one thing she's good at, which I think I added. I said I'm rather good at shoes, because shoes are the only ones that last beyond the 12 o'clock, the midnight.